The process of change is ongoing, and so in a way, I had two successors. I was born in 1946. My two successors were born in 1972, so they are just much more modern and adapted to the electronic age than I am. And the one is on survivorship studies, and she tries to serve as many groups in Holland. She has really had big grants for the ICT aspect of questionnaires online and these kind of things, and also sharing the data with other researchers in the world. That is, so the idea is that that patient experiences are used more systematically. And that all sorts of things are developed. I always told her that patients are patients who have cats and dogs or birds at home, that they are much more worried about what happens to the cat, the dog or the bird than what happens to themselves if they have cancer. So that if you want to be in contact with patients, you would rather ask them and whether they are worried, and if you do so, that you are a better doctor than if you don't, even if so that you then have contact because you care about their birds too. So we have all sorts of, we take that rather broad, but at the end it is also about side effects and being tired and so on. Now that's a line which I think is a very useful correction for all this technological reasoning and this battling against cancer and the aggressiveness which is in the cancer field. And the other one he is more specialized in the gastrointestinal tract, but and he's in fact rather systematically working on the quality of care, especially when there is more concentration of care, and but in a way that those who come from hospitals where patients are referred to bigger hospitals, that those who refer are seen as part of the success of and instead of that they lose patients or that. So there we also take a sort of broader view where this movement towards mere concentration or not, because often these very older patients, it's not so practical to move. Now, and then I come into the older, we have moved also a lot in studies of older patients, and I should say we have since 20 years already taken comorbidity in the cancer registry. And comorbidity is for me an indicator of complexity, and so we have rather good views about what happens to when cancer patients also have diabetes or vascular problems or COPD and so on. And so we have data on that too, and that helps again for safety for operations. It helps for all sorts of discussions like, is this group now, should they always have a lower dose or not, and so on. And so if you say the long term is that indeed there are many more older patients, there will be more and more older patients because of the demography, and there is more possible technically. Now that has to be brought together more and systematically.